Okay, I think I'm live. And I don't know if anybody's going to be here. It's Wednesday. I don't know who goes on Wednesday. I haven't been on in a while, so I will wait a few minutes. Oh, what's going on? I will wait a few minutes just to see, but then I'm just going to continue to film. Hi, Scotty. I'm just talking to myself because, it's Wednesday and I don't know who's going to be here, and I'm going to film anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's easier if I do it live because then it just uploads, but I just wanted to come on and play and chat. Hello, Abril. How are you? Hi, guys. Let's see how bad my lag is. I don't even see me yet, which is just so weird. Oh, wow. I have like a 10-second lag, so you talk to yourself all the time? Yeah, me too. But yeah, so I'm trying to pull this up on my tablet real quick. So, oh, I see it. So it did post today. Yay, me. um, let's see. And Michelle, you don't got to post it in your group. I already posted it. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hi, Sandra. Good. I'm glad everybody's doing good. It was a beautiful day today. I was going to come on earlier during the day, but it was just like the perfect day to be outside. And I haven't been outside because we had a week of that air quality problem and it's been really hot. So I figured I needed to go outside for a little bit. So that's why I scheduled it for later. And I'm not sure um, how many people have gone back to work and stuff. It's not going to be a long one. I'm going to try and keep mine a wee bit shorter. All right, I have it up on YouTube now, so let's see if I can get this going. And but I was playing last night, and you just got it good because I just went live, and guess what? I was on time again today, which I'm so happy about. So so I planned it for a little bit later. Hi, Joanne. How are you doing? Um, so I was playing last night. I went into my sister's room to borrow a circle punch, and she had all these really cool punches with numbers on them. And all of a sudden, I started punching out hundreds and hundreds of numbers. And then I started getting ideas. So I want to punch this one just to see how big of a hole it'll make in it. I also just got these new punches. It comes in a set of 3 off of Amazon, and I think you could buy one for $7.56, or you could buy the 3-pack. And I bought the 3-pack because I need the really teeny tiny one. So I want to see if I can get this punched into this number and how much room it'll leave me. I might have to use even something smaller than this. We're going to see because I'm going to punch it real quick and see what happens. Oh, yeah, see, it's a little small. It'll probably depend on, it's a little big. It'll probably depend on where I punch it at in the actual number. I might have to use my pokey tool. I do have a smaller one somewhere too. I might have to pull that one out and see if it's, I thought this one would be smaller, but see, now I can't even get the paper off, so we're just going to rip that one out. Hi, Grace. How are you doing? And let me see something here. I got to go scroll up and see. Okay, that's good. Hi, Julia. How is everyone? Yep, I'm just going to be playing with some paper. So now I'm going to have to find my other punch and see if I can punch a smaller hole. If not, I will use my pokey tool that I use for my journals, and it'll be small enough. I'll still be able to get a ring through it. Doing fine, thank you, hon. Why does it keep making me show hers? Like she's saying something wrong. My phone decided to update software. Don't you hate when it does that? I always tell my nope, not right now. How about later? It's always when I want to do something that it decides that it thinks it's going to do an update. See, it keeps making me show Grace's. That's so weird. Thank you, Michelle, for getting that. Okay, you're fine. I'll be here. So I punched out, so there's 10 numbers. I punched out 16 of each number so that I could have 4 numbers, and I piled 4 pieces of paper on top of each other so that they're really thick, because I want to put a little hole in them and just use them as number charms. But I'm also going to do some of them with distress ink and my wood glue, but I'm also going to do some with heat embossing. So I know I've been seeing I think it was Gina I think Andrea from Artie Mays did them. They did them on a card with the number on it. Of course, you guys know me. I got to do my own way. So I was sitting playing with this and just getting ideas as I was playing. You too, Amy, had the same issue when she went live. Really? Oh, now it's working, Grace. I don't know what that was. It was like making me approve everything that you said. So if I miss anybody, just type in caps. And I'll see it. I have my iPad right here so I can see while I'm working. Let me know if I'm close enough. I can bring you in a little bit closer. And hopefully tonight we'll have a not clear issue. I do have my new computer set up to it, so hopefully it works fine. It is telling me I need to update my drivers. Oh, there it goes again. I need to update my drivers on my webcam, which I think I'm going to have to finally buy another webcam. And then guess what? I can do the picture in picture because I'll have two. So I will be figuring that out. So if you have any questions while I'm going through this, by all means, just type in caps or just write the word question and then I'll see it. I can see you guys right here. The second set I was playing and all of a sudden the tabs were a little bit longer and I'm like, hey, I kind of like that idea. So I thought I would take two and glue them together just to make it a little thicker and heat and bond them. But then I'm like, what if I put something in between them? So you guys know I drink tea and I've been saving all my tea bags. I've probably got over 200 tea bags now in a big bag that I have ideas for. So these are the tea bags. Once they're opened up, I do open them up because then you can, make pockets and stuff with them. So I'm going to stick a tea bag in between some. I do have some very fine, this is very vintage gauze bandage, which is almost like a cheesecloth. It's actually a little bit finer than a cheesecloth, I think. So I'm going to be doing some of that in them. And I'm also going to be just putting little pieces of vintage, and this is a vintage book. This is actually a Tom Sawyer. Some little pieces of vintage book paper between them, just so you can see something in between them. YouTube does too, like you, Grace. it's I don't know what it's working now. It's like every so often. Hi, Mitzi. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate it. I just wanted to come on and play for a little bit. I know I said today I was going to come on and do the tags, start my tags. But as I was fussy cutting the tags, like I said, all of a sudden I came across these numbers, and then that's usually how it works for me. I pick up something, and as I'm playing, then my mind gets going on things. And I have one more size 2 to show you. Did I bring it over here? It's actually long ones that I'm going to use. I see something in my mind, but I can't remember. I can't think of what it reminds me of. It's either some kind of bookmark or something. Let me see if I can grab them. They might be at my other desk. Hold on a second. Yep, they are. So I also started doing them like this. And I didn't even say, hi, it's Laurel from Forever Purple Creations when I came in, because I haven't been on it so long, I forget. So, let's see. So I did them like this, and I just think they look really cool like this too, where you can add something to them and attach them to a page or whatever you want to do. I have quite a few ideas, but this is what I got through tonight. So I thought I'd come on and we would play a little bit with these and see how it turns out, because I can always punch more paper. And then I have like rings and pins and bulb pins out, and then I have some of the Tim Holtz pins. I have them in black, gold, and silver. These are those little ones of his. They were on clearance at Joann's, so I do have these. And I need to put it on my StreamYard. I'm watching YouTube on my computer, and I don't need to because there's such a delay. I need to see me here on StreamYard. So, yeah, so I got those, and I really like these too. I like these dark ones. They're really cool. So yeah, and then I just have out some pins. I have out a bunch of little charms that are already pre-made, but I did pull out some small pearls, that I can use because, these are pretty tiny and you don't want a big giant charm on them. I also pulled out my, I have two of these, a pink and a purple, and they came as a set. And isn't it a bummer that the purple one is the big giant one? This is pink. Michelle, you would love this. But I don't want the big giant one on my desk right now, so I pulled out the smaller one. And I wish they would have made the smaller one purple or made them both purple. I'd have been happy if both were purple. So I'm going to use this to dump my embossing powder in while we do these. So I think we're going to start with those, but we're going to glue a couple first. And if I talk too fast and I don't breathe, everyone say stop and breathe. Inking the tea bag and place it in between them. Yes, exactly, Grace. That's a great idea. I do have some that are darker that sat, but good idea. So I'm going to get out some of my vintage photos because, right, I think you'll be able to see it more that way. So we'll get out some vintage photo, and I can even do these in colors. Does anyone know what those trays are called? Yes, they are called. I just threw the wrapper away. I will show it to you, Grace. It is called, and I'll show you the other one too. It is called a Tidy Tray Combo Pack. And I believe I got it off Amazon. And it came as a pack, and I think it was $8 for the two, but I will show you the other one as well. But I thought it would be perfect for doing embossing, you know, to dump your powder in, because then you can just dump it out the hole. So here's the bigger one. This is the bigger one. Look at how big it is. You can't even see the whole thing. And it's purple, but yeah. So it's called the Tidy Tray. Or just look up embossing trays on Amazon and you'll find them there. Yes, they are for embossing. Pink everything. That's right. Pink everything for Michelle, and purple everything for me, of course, because it isn't right if it isn't purple, according to me. And I love that the this whole set that I got, the 3 of these, of course. I know they look blue, but these are purple. These are purple. These are purple. These are purple. So, you know, if I can find it in purple, it's going to be in purple. Oh, you're welcome, Grace. No problem. So let's just ink up one of these tea bags a little bit. Let's see if I can do this. My ink's probably like, God, you haven't opened us in forever and did anything. And I haven't, so I've been doing things that don't involve my Fabri-Tac and all that, although I will be using it now because I have tags and stuff to make. So back on that subject. So tonight I will probably film one of my tag videos, making my tags. And then, you know, like I said, I'm just going to pop on. We can pull this little piece off because I'm just going to rip little pieces. We can pop on. I can just pop on, you know, whenever. And oh, other great news. So yesterday I went on my computer, and the only jobs that were available this year at work were for the bus washing. You know, we do have 300, and I think we have 315 or 20 buses now. And at the beginning of June, they had put in the thing for it, and my time to call in for it was like 12:30, and by 7:30 all the slots were full because they only had 11 slots available. Well, a week later they put up another post, and I missed it by a day, so I was really mad. Well, yesterday I saw another one, and I decided to go for it. And guess what? I was the first one that signed up for it. So I am going to be going back to work on Friday, because you guys know I like to work, just from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Washing buses and cleaning buses, which will be nice. It's early in the morning. It's before it gets hot. But now, boy, is that going to screw up my staying up till 3 a.m. schedule. I've been so used to staying up late, but I think it's a good way for me to get back into the swing of things before we go back to work, however we're going back to work, because, you know, I've been off since March 13th. So let me see. By the time I would be going back, it would be almost 5 months that I haven't driven a bus. So I think it's good practice. Yay, exactly. Thank you, Abril. I'm excited. And it's going to help with my working out because I'm going to be inside a hot bus cleaning and stuff and doing a lot of walking and not sitting. So I'm kind of excited to be able to go back to work, that there was a spot available for me. So That was awesome. And they were very excited. All right. So I tea dyed that one. So yes, look at the difference, you guys. So you'll be able to see it through the number. So do you think I should take one little piece and try and heat emboss them first? Oh, I'm going to have to wipe this up. Or glue them with the stuff in between and then try heat embossing. I just don't want it to get on, the stuff that I put in between here. So I'm not, maybe we should try one each way and see how it works out. Because like I said, I punched out a bunch, so I can always, it's not like I can't punch out more. So we'll try it both ways. Look at all that was on the desk. So I don't want it all over the numbers. So what's everybody else been up to in crafting and all that jazz? I really miss chatting with all you guys and seeing what everyone's up to. I try and keep up a little bit on Facebook. I pretty much, on YouTube, I pretty much stay away from my Facebook and away from YouTube and stuff. I had a really good summer of just enjoying summer and relaxing and crafting. So, and I'm ready to go back to work when work gets here. Back to my crazy life and crazy schedule, hopefully. But, we still don't know what's going on with that yet. So I think I'm going to try the one piece at a time first thing. Let me make sure these are the 2/8 that go together. Yep, these two go together. So we need the top of this one and the bottom of that one. So I'm going to leave them like this for now. Get some embossing powder. And this is a clear, and I realized, purging my room, 14th bag. Yay, you go, Scotty. I now have some of this on order because I'm going to show you guys. I have every color under the sun, but I don't have a lot of clear. But the thing is with these, I can do them in colors as well because I don't have anything I need to see on here. So I'm going to do some in colors as well. Yeah, Michelle's been doing awesome over there with that room. But I will show you guys my bin here. These are all embossing powders and stuff in here, and glitter. Really fine glitter and embossing powder. So I just need to get some more clear. I don't have a lot of the clear. Yep, getting it done. That's right, get her done. And then I'm going to use I have Stampendous embossing ink. So we're going to try this. All right. Oh, yeah, and that comes out really nice. But now I've got this ink on my fingers. What did I do with that baby wipe? Let me get this stress ink off my fingers. My baby wipes are even like kind of dry because I haven't used them in a while. And they're like, what the heck? I haven't even sat over here. My desk is like, oh my goodness, she's sitting at the desk. What are we going to do? So I'm going to try it this way. I'm just going to do it like this and see if I can get it. Let's try it on my desk here. So I have a pad too, but who was it? Andrea from Artie Mae was saying she gets more coverage this way. So I'm going to try it this way and see what happens. And we're just doing this one clear. I probably should have distressed this one, and I didn't. But see, as I play, because I'm in such a hurry, we'll figure it out. All right, so that's that one, and I need the bottom of this one. So we're going to do this one. And then I'm going to have to wipe my desk because this stuff is really messy. But to me, it works a lot easier than the pad. I think the pad is good for when you're doing stamps. So we're going to do that one and put this one in here. Let's move this one over. And we're going to see. And my embossing thing should be quiet once I turn it on, it should get quiet really quick. I remember the day I first tried embossing and it freaked me out. I was so overjoyed and shocked. Oh, yeah, I bet. Yeah, it is kind of cool. Hi, Rose. How are you? Hi, Nix. I went away from it for a while because, I like using my wood glue too. So like I said, there will be some like that. And I like doing some of them with the triple thick as well, especially if you're doing something sunk in maybe, or if you want to attach things to it. I like using the triple thick as long as there's some kind of border. But we're going to do this because I haven't I haven't done this in quite a while, and it's so weird because I did this years ago when, scrapbooking first came out, and you got all the markers and, can't tell if it's covered at all, but it is on the back side, and I don't want it on the back side. I need a little brush. And you covered the whole stamp, and then, you had the colored markers to use different colors on the stamps, and yeah, it was fun. But now, they use it in so many different ways now. All right, yeah, that's it. Dump it off and then, dump it right back in there. So I don't want it on the back. I need my little like sanding thing that takes all this stops it from getting on there, just brushes the paper. So hopefully that's enough on there. We're going to find out in a second. I'm going to move these. And then I'm going to close this up a second, and I need a baby wipe. Where's Shell? Hi, Shell. Shell's outside in the sunshine enjoying it. We've been sitting out there all day. Yep, these baby wipes are dry. I think I need a new pack. And look at my desk already. See, I told myself I was going to become a neat crafter now and make it so you can continually see my desk. So we need to push some things out of the way so you can see my desk and not see all this stuff. All right, so I'm going to get my little tweezers and my heat gun, and we're going to see if this worked. But yes, I do think they need some color. I know I didn't want it white, so I think I was going to do this one a color, but I can always go over it again with a color. Yeah, see, it didn't even cover barely half that. It didn't even get on there, and I soaked this thing. That's so weird. So we're going to do it again, and I think I'm going to use a color because it like all of it soaked right into the paper, which is kind of odd. Let's try this one again. See if I can get some more. All right, so we're definitely gonna try a color. It is quiet when I turn my heat gun on, right? If it's quiet right away. Glass is a little warm. Ooh, a little warm. Slow down and breathe. All right, I'll slow down and breathe. I don't feel like I'm talking fast, but I think I am. I don't know. Let me get a sip of my tea. And I'll slow down and breathe, and we're going to try a color. So let's get a color. I have this one called ginger. So I'm going to try and go over it with the ginger. So I just think I'm going to dump some of this on. Well, I don't want to dump it on the desk. So let's dump this clear out. And what's nice is this has a little like cap on it so that if you put beads in it, they don't spill out, I think. I don't know. How do you get this out? We may have a disaster in a minute, guys. Oh, there we go. It's coming. Wow. This is a really tight cap. All right. So we're going to dump this clear because I want the clear for the stuff that has pictures on it. So we're going to go like this. And it actually works really nice because it's even got a little lip so you can just, all right, come on. All right, let's move this clear out of the way. That stuff really sticks in there. Hi, Lori. How are you? Thank you for coming in. All right, so we're going to try this ginger. I think I would like it much better in a color than just flat. And I think you probably might want to wipe these out with something just because it's new. So and I have one of those little I use it for drawing, but it's the same thing. It kind of takes everything away to keep this smooth and where it needs to be. So we're going to put this over there, and we're going to stamp this again and see if we can get this working this time. You need to be inspired. I don't think you need to be inspired. I think you do pretty well. You make some beautiful stuff for sure. All right, so that should be plenty on there this time. And it shouldn't soak through like it did a minute ago. So let's get this one into the stuff right away and see. Because I can even see the paper changing color. But again, it's getting onto the back, and I don't want it on the back. But we're going to let it sit in there for a minute. Take it out. And then I'm going to brush it off. Just because I don't want it all over the back. So where's my little brush? There it is. Let's get this off the back. Because we got to glue these two together. Like I said, we're going to see. It might be easier if I put it all together first and then do it, because I really don't want it on the back. See, it's soaking, but it doesn't want to pick up all of the embossing powder, which is so weird because there's a lot of the liquid on here. But we're going to try and see what happens. So that's that one. At least it looks better than when it was just white, just clear. Wipe it with wet. Yeah, that's a good idea too. I'll have to try that. I don't have any of that right next to me, but yeah, it's got like a little bit of a coating on the inside of this little tray just because it's brand new. So it's like really grabbing onto that embossing powder. So we're going to stick this one in here. And I know everybody's seen everybody embossing lately, but I just wanted to do something different with the numbers than everyone was doing. And like I said, I want to do some with my wood glue and not just emboss them, because I do like that the way it makes it look like faux wood. Makes the paper look like faux wood when I distress it and then put the wood glue on top of it. Hi, Dee Dee. How are you? Thank you for coming in. All right, so let's try these two and see what happens. Let me get my heat tool. My embossing tool. This is an actual embossing tool. It says it right on it, but I use it for everything. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I'll show you that up close in a minute, guys. It actually looks really cool. So let's do this one, maybe over here. I don't want to go in the same places. This thing gets really hot, so I really don't have to get that close. And it's kind of giving it a cool texture. So it's kind of cool. It's like not just it's not flat. It kind of has a texture, which I like. But I think that's because we did the clear underneath. So I'm going to show you guys. It actually kind of looks like a piece of metal. And this is called ginger, but it looks like a goldish color. Let's see if you guys can see. Can you see it? See the texture on there? That actually looks really cool. And it looks like a piece of metal. I kind of like that. And I like that it's like imperfect. Like this one's got a couple spots missing. I could probably hit it again. But I kind of like the imperfection of it. So we're going to take a piece of the tea bag and we're going to put it in between, and then we're going to glue these two together. So let's do that. Let's get a piece of this one that we did, and I need a scissors. So let me see if I can grab a scissors. Hold on one sec. I thought I had everything I needed. All right, so we just need a little piece to cover that 8. And I can always trim around it, so I'm just going to cut a little piece here. Like that. I really like this ginger color. We're going to put this in between. And we're going to glue that on there, and then we can cut around it. So, another great bottle for your Fabri-Tac is these tiny little ones with the pins. And I just keep I just wipe chapstick on here, and then my pin never sticks. But this is really good for really fine, small, detailed work like these little bitty numbers and stuff. So I use this one a lot for that. So that's the one we're going to use. Let's get this on. We'll put the tea bag on, and then we'll glue the other side and see how it looks. And then we'll add a charm and stuff just to see how it's going to turn out. Like I said, I'm just experimenting with all of them just to see different ways that I can make them. Okay, there's the tea bag in there, which looks kind of cool. Thank you for that idea. Let's see. It had a sponge dauber, so I squeezed the bottle. I got to finish reading that. Lesson to be learned. Don't squeeze bottle. It smells like dead fish. It went, oh. Hi, Beverly. How are you? Thank you for joining us, or joining me, or us. But I say us because there's, just all of us. So now I'm going to put this one on top. And yes, when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I use Fabri-Tac for everything just because unless I'm putting down a piece of metal or something, I'll use my E6000. But most of the time, I use Fabri-Tac for everything because I'm always working with like paper or fabric, which I think a little piece of fabric in between these would look cool too. I just keep getting more ideas as I play with them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to do it this way and this way and this way. And I'm going to show you guys because it does look really cool. That was a good idea, Grace, because that tea bag was pretty light. So, and I do love the texture on here. So I'm just going to cut this excess off around this. And I suppose if you wanted that look, you could leave it hanging out. It would probably look cool too. But I want to make these like little tag charms. So here's the 8 with the tea bag in between. And I just think it's just a different way to do it. I just think it looks really cool. And we're going to put a little hole in it. Let me find my little punch. And let's see, do I want it off to the side or in the center? I think I want that. We're going to do this one in the center just to see. So I'm going to put it in the center. Hopefully it'll go through all this. And it did. And then we're going to take we need a jump ring though. I need a jump ring. Thanks, Grace. Thanks, Shell. E6000, that is what I said, right? Did I not say E6000? What did I say? I don't even know now. Now I wonder what I said. All right, so I just need a little jump ring. Where's my little tweezers? And I don't know how all the ladies do it. I try. I have been doing pretty good at keeping my desk pretty neat. All right, these aren't the jump rings I'm looking for. These are almost like the ring ones. I like, here, there we go. There's one. I found one. All right, so we found a jump ring. So we're going to put that through there. Let me put my pin in here. I don't know how they keep everything off to the side and then just pull it in. I don't know. For some reason, I haven't learned how to work like that yet. So I'm going to try and get better. And my desk really isn't that big, so I don't have a lot of space. I did, however, I have another desk next to me, and I set it up to be standing because I really don't want to be sitting all the time anymore. Oh, it gets you loopy. Tacky glue. Yeah, I like tacky glue for when I'm stiffening stuff, but I used to use it a lot when I first started crafting, but I don't anymore. It just, to me, I worry about things staying, and I don't like using it on paper because it makes it bend and, stuff like that. So where's my other pliers? I thought I had 2 of them out. I know I did. So I'm going to just use this. And we all know with jump rings, right? You don't pull open, you pull left to right, because that takes away from the strength of a jump ring. So you always open it like this. You don't open it this way, spread the ring apart. You just turn sideways, and they usually work pretty good. So we're going to put this on here, and then I'm going to get a little charm. Let's see if I have one that's made that I can do. Hi, Lorna. How are you? I feel like I need to get those magic powders out now. See? Yes, playing with stuff is fun. And it's weird. the minute I start playing is when I start getting all my ideas. It's just, like I said, I picked up this paper and I started punching, I was just punching numbers and then all these ideas started coming to me. All right, I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. I'm going to look in my other one because I know I have little bitty keys. So I think I want to put a little bitty key on here too. So I'm not going to close that jump ring yet. I'm going to get out one of my little bitty keys. And I mean, they're little bitty. So let's see here. Put this up in front of me. Get out a little bitty key. And I'll show you guys. They are little bitty keys. And I have locks too, which is really cool. I have these little, there we go. These will work. But I have smaller keys than this. Here they are. But these are silver. I would have to use my metal mixatives on it to change the color. So we're going to use this one. We're going to put a little key on there. And then I think I'm going to put a little pearl on there too. So look at the little key and the little lock. Aren't those cool? So we're going to do the little key. So I'm going to take this one off. And it's got a jump ring on it. So that'll help us because we'll have an extra jump ring. And then it can hang a little bit lower. So I'm just going to pull this one apart. And we'll get this one. It's kind of a big key for that, but that's okay. I know I have smaller ones somewhere. I just got to look. I have tiny little ones. Like teeny tiny little ones. And then if you wanted to add extra little tiny embellishments to this, you could. But I just really liked the see-through number idea. So now we're, oh, did I take the jump ring? Okay, I left the jump ring on here, guys. Okay, slow down and breathe, Laurel. Slow down and breathe. Let's get this jump ring back off here. All right. And we're going to add the key. And then I can close that one because I'm going to add the key and a little pearl to this one. So I'm going to close this jump ring. And then we can attach a bulb pin to it or a regular pin to it, whichever we want. All right. And I know I should be making a bunch of these, but I'm curious to see how it's going to look. Yes, I did emboss, Lorna. It is pouring out. Really, oh, we had just an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful day here. Oh, thanks, Grace, for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. All right, so we're going to use this one because it's like a cream color. We need to get a little bit of lightness in there. So I'm up, and there it went. So we got one out because it jumped out all on its own. And then I'm just going to take one of the wires here because I can cut them down to size. Trying to see if I have any small ones. And it's the perfect color for this tag, which is really nice. Let's see if I have some smaller ones. Yeah, I do. And they have a little ring on it, so I could actually add something to the ring of that one. So let's see. I'm trying to see if I have some smaller ones in here. They're all the same size. I think they're all the same size. Ouch! All right, so we're just going to take one of these with the flathead on the flat side, and we're going to put the pearl through here. If this pearl fits, this pearl might be too small for this. I might have to use a different one. Nope, it worked. All right, so I'm going to put on a pearl and maybe, I think that's it. I'm just going to put on a pearl. Then I'm going to roll this thing. So I don't think I need that much of it. So I'm going to cut some of this off. And again, now I need my pliers. We have had daily thunderstorms since, oh, yuck. That's not any fun. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain, and it seems like every time it gets hot, it rains. All right, so that's that. Let me get a little thing here. I'm telling you, all my stuff is over at my other desk, and I thought I had everything I needed. All right, so let's cut this down a little because I don't think I need quite that much, and then I can use that piece if I need it. I just need to wrap this a couple times. So we're going to stick that there. This one out of the way. And we're just going to wrap this. So I'm just going to go around and keep wrapping like this. It's always hard for me to figure it out. I know how to do it. It's like, come on, doesn't want to go. I usually do it a different way, but this way will work too. And then we're just going to hang this little pearl on with this key. Where's my little tweezers? All right, that needs to get out of the way. Move this. Stick this on here. And then we're going to stick this to here. And then we'll close this. Like that. And there we go. I kind of think it looks cool. That might be a little bit of a big key for this. But I'll find another one later. And then let's put a bulb pin on here. Because, of course, we'll want to attach it somehow to something in our journal, to one of our tags. And we could probably just clip it around the loop. But we could also just, you know, clip it on a bulb pin in there. But, yeah, I think it looks kind of cool. Because I think this one looks like... it looks like a piece of metal. I don't know. That ginger color was really cool. It's not gold, but it's really pretty. And I like that you can see through that 8, that it's see-through. So you can see my desk down there through it. So I like that. So let's do another one. Let's do one with the book page, a piece of the book page in between. And let's do one. We'll do another one in the ginger. So let's pick a number 6. But I think this time I'm going to, like, see, this 6 is already glued together, so I'm not putting nothing in that one. So let's try a 5, and we're going to actually put the book paper in there first before we emboss it, just to see if I can manage that without getting it all over the book paper. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted a different way than the way I was seeing everybody use the numbers. So I just wanted to try something different. And just as I was cutting the paper, I'm like, hey, these would make great little, like, little number tags. Even if you put a little piece of string in it and just hung it, you know, without putting any embellishments on it. So I thought it was a good idea. And I always like to do something a little different. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I got to, you know, find my own way. And this is how I get inspired. I just, as I'm playing with stuff, is usually where my inspiration comes from. If I try and plan it ahead, it never works because I always end up changing something along the way. So I just want to make this paper fit in here. So I'm going to cut this off. Where's my scissors? If I would keep everything out of the way so you guys could see, we'd be good. So we'll just keep everything out of the way. Find my scissors. And my pearls. I have some darker pearls over here too, so that'll work. So we're just going to cut this one down a little, because that'll fit right on there, and then we'll glue this on. So we'll get our glue. I love it. Glad I'm watching you tonight. I need to know how to make charms. Awesome. Yeah, I have little numbers too, but I'm going to have to use my pokey tool, but we're going to emboss those as well. So, but I want to make a couple of these in different ways just to see how it looks. So I love my Fabri-Tac in this little bitty bottle because I can get in all the little fine corners. Not that I don't like my Sugar Bell bottle. I love it. It seems that video I put out, everybody seems to love it. So I'm glad that it helped because they are amazing bottles and they are life-changing for sure. All right, so there's that. Now we'll put this one on. You are off camera. Sorry. I shall move forward. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. All right. So I can get all the way in there. Yeah, I can't even tell you how many numbers I punched last night. All I can tell you is it was a lot. I'll see, the only thing with this one, you won't see through it, but you will see it on both sides, which is nice. Although that side's blank and I didn't check the back of the paper. But that's okay. We shall keep going. It's okay. But see, I kind of like it with that. Just that writing in there. That's kind of cool. Okay, now we're going to emboss this one. I'm going to try and do it without getting it all on the number 5 because I don't want the embossing stuff in there. I should do a little bit lighter color, but then I'd have to change colors again. So maybe I'll just dump one in here. So let's do this one, which is called oatmeal. So we're going to try oatmeal. I'm just going to put some in here. I got these from a D-Stash a few years ago, which was awesome because looks like I'm going to have to find one of those bottles. Yes, you are, Lorna. They are amazing. And if you can't, let me know. Thank you. All good now. I can see your secret to the transparent number. Oh, okay. Did you see it okay? Yeah, I was probably off camera. Yeah, here's the 5 in there. And then here's the 8 in case you didn't see it, Lorna. This one you can actually see through. I used a tea bag in that one and I just distressed it a little bit. So you can actually see through there. I am going to do some without anything in it just so you can see right through it, but I wanted to try this first. Even using the sweet wrapper would be good. You can see through. Yes, exactly. Cellophane, correct. That would be a good idea too. See, this might actually be where the pad might come in handy, but I'm going to try and go around this 5 without getting it on the number. Let's see. We're going to do one side at a time because this paper seems to soak up this embossing powder really fast, which is really weird. All right, so we're going to dunk this one in there. And I'm using 110 cardstock, so we're going to dump that one in there and just push down a little bit. Get it all on there. And let's see. All right, see, it's in the center, but hopefully it'll knock off that 5. I might have, see, it's like wants to go everywhere. See if I can get it off there a little bit. All right, where's my brush? We're going to brush it out because it's on my 5. We might have to do this one more than once. So it might be better to emboss them. Oh. Is it? No, it's the same way. It is backwards, but that's because you need to see through it. Oh. Shell's coming in here to help me out. She's like, I think your 5 is backwards on the other side. I said, yeah, but that's the only way you can see through it. All right, let's see. All right, let's see how this is going to go. So we got that on there. Yeah, so we might have to just emboss the pieces before we glue them together to keep it off of the centerpiece. So I'm just going to move this because we don't want to blow that all over. Get my little tweezers, my little heat tool, and we'll see what this oatmeal is going to look like. That's kind of cool. It's all speckly. And I do have an embossing pen that I could probably use. There it is. To get in the fine places, I do have an embossing pen because do you see how it didn't get in here? I'm going to hold it up and show you guys. So that one's got like a gold tint to it too, but it is like speckled. I do like that tint it's got because it almost makes it look like a piece of metal, which is kind of cool. And I don't mind that it's not all the way in there. I mean, I'm going to use my pen and see if I can get some more in there. This is an embossing pen, so I'm going to see if I can get it in there. All right, that should work. All right, let's try this again. Hold our thing down. There we go. All right, that's a little better. But yeah, it gives it kind of a speckled look, but it still has that tint to it, which is that shininess to it, which I really like. Hi, Telly. How are you? Thank you, Grace. And I'm showing your comment again. It just doesn't like it. Let's get that to show. I believe Nikki has them. Yes, Nikki does have them in her shop. She saw, and you know, because I posted her link. And I just want to make sure I didn't miss any in chat. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Yes, we did have a beautiful day, Shell. And so I'm like, how late can I make this before it's too late? Because I wanted to sit outside. So now we're going to do the other side. And I think I want to try and do this with this pen because I don't want it, although it seems to want to get in there on the paper. And I'm not sure why. So we're going to fix it. We're going to try another one and see what happens here. I'm going to go into the corners though with the pen, inside with the pen. And it's weird. It's blue. That's so weird. So this way I only have to go on the outside with this stuff. And hopefully I won't get it in there. In by the 5. All right. All right, let's get this in the stuff and see what happens. All right. If not, I'll just take my little brush and brush it out again. All right, let's close this. I can't wait to do some of the numbers. I want to see what just the numbers are going to look like in different colors. All right, let's see. Even those in scatter looks rustic and used. Yeah, exactly. I really like the way they look. And they're going to be perfect for on tags and stuff. Or hanging off of, you know, a cluster, a fabric cluster or something. All right, I still need my brush. It's still getting in there a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can get this out of there. Even though this 5 is backwards, but that's so you can see it on the other side. So I don't really mind that it's backwards. Because I could have turned around, but then you wouldn't be able to see through the numbers the right way. So let's do this one. I keep putting my embossing tool all the way on the floor. All right. And I missed a little spot, so we're going to go back and get that one with the pen. I don't like that that leaves that blue. That's weird. I'm not sure why this is blue. But it shouldn't be leaving the blue on there like that. So let's do this. Let's just do this a little bit more. Get it in there. And dunk this in here. I'm not sure why that blue is staying blue like that. All right. Let's get this out of my 5. Yeah, so I think it would be better to emboss them before we put them together. Just because it just wants to go on that paper. No matter what you do, it wants to go in there. And it did get on there, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. I actually really like this speckled look like that. Oh, and I just bumped it and it's still wet. Look at that. Took it right off. Ooh. Let's dunk this back in here. Probably touched it way too soon. I'm thinking it dries automatically, but it doesn't. So this one's going to be a little funky, but that's okay. These are kind of experimental right now just to see what works and what doesn't. So we're just going to move this over for a second and let it sit. Because I think I touched it way too soon. And I'm going to do this 6 only because it's glued together already and we're not putting anything in between it. And I'm going to do this one purple. So let's dump this ginger a second because I need that tray. This ginger is really pretty. You can see like the gold in there. Can you guys see it in it? It's just really pretty. It's a really pretty color. All right, let's see if we can get this in here. Yeah, probably if I wipe it out with which I think I may. I think I have one right here. An old dryer sheet. That'll probably help too with this not sticking in here. So let's see if I can find an old dryer sheet right here. Let's close this one up because we don't want it going everywhere. Here's my dryer sheet. Let me see if I can wipe this out. It'll help. All right, let's see if that'll help. We're going to do this one purple. Funny meeting you here. Where is Nikki? I know she took the week off, right? I know that. All right, where's that purple I pulled out? I pulled out amethyst, and this one, oh my God, this one is so pretty. I know it's, why is there fuzz in there? There's fuzz in my embossing powder. It is just a really pretty purple. You can see like the blues and stuff in it. It's really pretty. So we're going to try this one. We're going to do the amethyst and see how that looks. So we're going to move this over a minute. Get our 6. Put on our stuff. And then I'm going to put on a purple charm and a purple pearl. And we'll see how that looks on this one. So we're going to do one side at a time just because it's really the only way we can do it right now. Drop that in there. Make sure it gets on there. Okay. See if I can pick it up. See, it's like, it's so weird. It's like it's soaking into the paper. That's okay. We'll do a second coat because we're doing, look at, see how it's just like, and I'm stamping it a lot. It's like it's soaking right into the paper, but we're going to do more than one coat, so it's okay. So let's pull this over here because I want to see how it looks. I love playing with the embossing powders. Yeah, I'm having way too much fun right now because I don't know if I need a different embossing stuff or what, but it's new. It's not old. So we're definitely going to need another coat. So we'll let that dry a second, and then we'll stamp it again. Let me get the stampy stuff out of here. Let it sit for a second and cool itself. Am I close enough to you guys, or do you want me to move in a little bit? It seems like I'm far away. And it's like all blotchy, but we're going to do it again. So let's see. All right, that's pretty dry. So let's try it again. I don't understand why it's like soaking into the paper so much. All right. Probably not supposed to stamp it again, but I am. All right. So I don't know how well that works, but trial and error, right? That's what it's all about. Trial and error. All right, that one's really dark. There we go. I'm not going to dump it off this time. I'm just going to see how it turns out. We'll see if it heats it all up. Because actually you can use glue or anything under embossing powder. As long as it's wet, it will emboss. And I know because I've done it before. All right, let's hold this down. And I keep putting this tool all the way on the floor. All right, let's hold this down. Oh, this one's all bubbling up and stuff. It kind of looks cool. I think it's because it's too hot. And it's so thick. I just don't want my glass to crack. That one looks cool. We got a bunch of dimension on this one too, so we're gonna let that one sit for a second because it definitely needs to sit and cool off because that was hot. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, not a good idea to do it on glass. I mean, this is tempered glass. It should be okay. Should be able to withstand the heat. So we'll see. So we're gonna let that one sit for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna move you guys in. I'm telling you, it looks like you're like 8 miles away. So let's see here. Let me move you in a little. Let's see if that's better. Oh yeah, that's better. All right. I'm drinking coffee out of my purple mug that says sweet on it, and it has Minnie Mouse on the other side. I think Shell got it for me one year when she went to Disney World. Did I lose everybody? Is everybody still there? Let's see, are my hands? Yep, I'm still moving. So, all right, so that side's good. Now we can do the other side. I'm actually going to try the pad and see if this works any better. I don't know what's with that embossing ink, but it's not, doesn't seem to be working for me. So we're going to try this pad and see if it works better. Although it's not even wet at all. So maybe not. Maybe this does just work better for stamps and we need this. So we're just going to do this one. Oh, you had to go pee? Oh, no problem, Lorna. All right. I wish they had like a brush on one or something. I'm ready to use some glue because this stuff just is like soaking right into the cardboard, which is so weird. I like the textures and stuff on these though, because it really does look like bent up metal. Just the shine that all of them have. Lorna's such a lady, right? Hey, you know how it goes. All right, we're going to leave this one thick too. I'm not going to really bang it off. I'm not really going to tap off a lot of the, I'm going to tap off a little bit, but not a lot. Because it had a big chunk on it. So this one's going to be a little muted too in places, but that's okay. Like I said, I don't want these perfect. I really like the way it's making them look like old, like beat up. So let's try and get this corner without. So we're going to stick this one again while it's wet and see if it'll work that way. Look at it, even came through the other side. It's like taking it off. That's probably because I added more ink to it. And I have a feeling you're not supposed to add more ink. So lesson learned. Don't re-ink. Just put it back into the powder. It should grab on and then reheat. So look at, see what it did? So we're going to have to heat the other side up a little bit too because I put more powder on there. Like I said, this is all trial and error for me. I haven't done this in a long time. That's that side. We'll just let it dry for a minute and then we'll flip it over. I don't want to touch it because I'll lift it right off onto my finger like I did the other one. I don't want to do that. See, now it's stuck. It keeps pulling it off the other side. I'm not really liking this. I'm not really liking this stuff. Maybe it's this stuff. Maybe I should try something else. All right. So we're going to hold this one up in the air. I'm just going to hold this one like this. Maybe that's what I should be doing. Maybe it's because I'm putting it on that hot glass. I'll show you guys in a minute. Looks all textured and grungy and old, and which I like. So don't re-stamp. Just while it's warm, I think you just stick it back in there again. I'm going to have to go back and watch Andrea's now and see what she did. Because she said she had to do a couple layers. I'm just wondering if she stamps in between those layers or not, because she didn't really show that part. My problem is the backside of the paper goes dark on the embossing, like when you do a journal page. Really? All right, so let's see how this one looks. See, this looks pretty beat up. I mean, it looks pretty disastrous, especially where I have the tweezers, but it looks pretty beat up and grungy, if you ask me. See all the purples and the blues? But look at it, looks pretty beat up and grungy. I kind of like it. It kind of looks kind of cool because it's like not all perfect. It's all grungy and stuff. So I kind of like it. So let's punch a hole in this one, because, I got to see what it's going to look like finished. Okay. Let's get it. We need another jump ring. My tweezers. Yeah, it looks good to me. I kind of like it that way. I think it kind of looks kind of cool. It looks grungy and old and beat up. Ouch. Ooh, just pinched my finger in there. All right. So let's get a jump ring on here. And then we're going to get a purple charm on this one. I think I have one in purple. If not, we'll do a purple pearl. Looks like the color of an abalone shell. Really? I think it's really pretty, whatever it is. So let's see. Do I have a small purple one? All my ones in here seem to be... I have this little piece of this rock. And it's silver, but we can do silver with a silver jump ring too. So maybe we're just going to add silver to this one because I like it. It's just a little piece of a rock. And you can always take another little embellished piece and add it on here. Like, you should see the little bitty things that I did, you guys. I mean, oh, I showed you guys my teeny tiny fussy cutting. You could add a piece of that on here too. Whatever you want. You can kind of add whatever you want, but I kind of like this, and I like purple and silver, so we're going to put these two together and see how it looks. And I'm going to close the jump ring. There we go. It's just a little number tag with a little, it's got a little piece of an amethyst stone in it, not a smooth one, just a little chunk on there. But I think that's kind of cool. And I just think it looks grungy and old. It looks really beat up. Like someone beat up and hammered up a piece of metal. So I kind of like it like that. You ladies are helping me to accept my imperfections in my art. Sometimes you and me both, Joanne, but I think this looks very grungy and old. And that kind of what makes it even look better is it's not perfect and smooth. Thank you, Sandra. So we got that one. All right, let's do one of these numbers and see how they're going to turn out. And I'm going to have to use my pokey tool to poke a hole. So being as I got the purple out already, we're going to do one in purple. And you could even take these and take this, the tea bag, get it out, Laurel, and put it on top here with some, you don't have to emboss these, with some Mod Podge, and, then just cut around it. But I want to put little holes in them and just make them their own little charms. This is an 8, by the way, but I'm going to do my favorite number, which is a number 4, which is this one. And this is 4 layers. Look at my fingers from the Distress ink. This is 4 layers of 110 cardstock. So I cut out 160 little pieces of numbers. Thank you, Telly. It is. It's the imperfections that make it perfect. That's right, Shell. That make it awesome. So we're going to do this 4 and see how this 4 is going to turn out. Because I want to see how these little numbers are going to look. Purple, purple, purple. Hi, Martha. That's right. Purple, purple, purple. all the time purple, so we're going to do this one. All right, that's pretty soaked. So let's get it in there real quick before it dries up. All right, and we're just going to hold it. And again, we're probably going to have to do this one twice. I'm sitting here looking for my heat tool that I continually put on the floor. All right, let's see. I'm just going to hang on to this one. Oh, all right, hold on. Because see, I let it go like a dum-dum. So before we even heat that, let's get it back in here. All right, now it all came off. See, it all came. That's so weird. It's like soaking. All right, guys, what am I doing wrong? Why is it just absorbing right into this paper like this? Like, I don't get it. It just is like absorbing right into the paper. Come on, turn over. And it shouldn't be. It should be staying on top. I even have glue in between, so it shouldn't be absorbing in like that. It should be staying on top. All right, we're going to try it again. I'm going to let it sit there for a second. So we'll just chat for a second. I'll let it sit. How are you doing, Martha? Anybody else crafting tonight? Oh, look at me. Look at me. Let me drink my coffee and spill it here. Maybe that one needs gesso. You know what? That's a good idea, Sandra. Maybe they do need gesso. I don't know. I don't understand why it's soaking in like that. I mean, I watched Andrea. She did it with her paper that she did her printouts on. Put the stamping stuff. Shell wants to see this. Put the stamping stuff on it, and then stuck it in there. So Shell gave me a pad. Oh, that's way softer than the one I have. So yeah, I think I'm going to try that. I don't know why. That should work perfect. But it's like soaking right into the paper. It just doesn't.
Just for filling the pad?
No, it's embossing. It's dauber embossing. So I'm going to just put this down on here like this. And
maybe put a piece of paper under so the heat doesn't.
Right. Good idea, Shell. I'm going to put this down on the paper towel. Shell's like, maybe put a piece of paper under it so it doesn't get heated up by the glass. So we're going to do that. So good idea. And then I'll hold it down. But she brought me a really, a pad that's got a lot of stuff in it. So I'm going to try that one next. See, sisters are good for all kinds of things. Always helping you out. All right, so let's do this again. Okay, that did a little better. Good. Now it's gonna, right, see? Now you're gonna wreck it, Laurel, because it's gonna blow all over. I'm gonna try and put it back in there again and see what happens while it's still wet. All right, so far I'm not having good luck. I mean, I think the other ones look cool, but it should just be, it shouldn't be doing what it's doing right now. But we're gonna try it again. If I could get the number to stay the right way. Sorry, I'm not very knowledgeable with embossing. It's a hit and miss for me. I don't have a glass mat though. Maybe it's the paper type that makes it soak. Yeah, it's the 110 cardstock. It's just regular matte paper. So maybe it is. Who knows? I don't know. I've never had this problem where it does this, but all right. So that one's not too bad. Again, it's not really smooth, but there we go. I think I'm not getting my heat tool hot enough because it starts one stage and then does another stage. This one looks much better now and I think it's because I'm worried about the glass mat, but this one turned out much better. You'll see as soon as it dries, I'll pull it up and show you. Because that little 4 looks like it's 8 million miles away, and it's really not. So we'll let this dry for a sec. I'll show you guys. This one's a lot smoother. It's like I had to really get the bubbles going. So I think I'm not getting close enough with my heat tool because it's so hot. But the gesso would give better results. Yeah, I'll have to try it. But I don't want to gesso all these little teeny tiny pieces. It's going to be a pain in my you know what. That's a whole nother process. I mean, I like tedious stuff, but now we're getting like, yep, that one works. So now let's try the other side, see if we can get the same effect. So maybe I do need something down so that, it's not on that hot glass. So we're going to try this side. Make sure this one is hot. Yeah, my gun is really hot. I think I just wasn't getting close enough, Martha. I was like, as soon as it started, I backed away. So maybe I just need to let it get in a little closer and make it bubble. Really? All right, Sandra. I did watch. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch again and find out. Because I used the 110 cardstock. I printed out all these on 110 cardstock. So maybe she did use different paper. So we're gonna try this side and see what I wanted to use that Shell's pad, but we'll do that on the next one. So I'm gonna get this on here and we're gonna put it in there. I know you guys can't see it over here, but like I said, my desk isn't that big, so I'm trying to keep my desk a little bit neater so you're not looking at a bunch of crap. All right, let's push this down a little more. Then the next one I'm going to try Shell's pad, see if that works better. It could be these too. Do these get old, you guys? Do embossing powders, do they go bad just like nail stuff? I mean, my nail stuff, it still works, but it's not as good as it used to be. Right, be careful because the other side's going to... All right, I'm going to try holding this one up then this time somehow. Let me see if I can get it like this from underneath so that I'm not resting it on the napkin. And let's try it like that. But yes, this heat tool gets super... So I'm going to let it get hot first for a second. You heard that? They do? Okay, yeah, that could be it too. These could be getting old. All right, so I'm going to let this one get really bubbly. There we go. Yep, I think it was I was not getting close enough and I wasn't waiting till the gun got a little hot first. It is distressing powder. No, it's poor Grace and her messages. Embossing powder should be kept, and they are. They're not kept in light. I keep them in a drawer. This is what I'm using, Lorna. I can't tell the company, but it's called Image Ink Embossing Powder. I can't read that name though. It's way too small. Blue Fern Studios. It's from Blue Fern Studios. So, I mean, it still works. It probably just doesn't work as well. Do you need something? No. Okay. But yes, this turned out much better. Still not as smooth. It's still kind of chunky, but it's okay. So that's the 4. It's going to be a lot of trial and error, but like even these, you can adhere on top of something else and get some layering, on your tags and stuff. You can use them like that. But like I said, I'm going to do some with wood glue and stuff too, so I think they're going to look cool. So I'm going to try one with Shell's Shell stamp. I'm going to try a number 7 in the purple, and we're going to try this pad and see if this will work better. So let's do this one because this is really this is a nice pad. Mine is really hard. Hers is really soft. So let's see. Oh yeah, it's really, look at that. It's really got a lot of stuff in it. So maybe it's just that dauber thing doesn't want to work right. So let's see. All right. Let's tap, tap. I didn't get it everywhere. Darn it. All right. All right, let's try this one. Let's move this. If gluing to something, don't do the back of them. Okay. Well, if I use my Fabri-Tac, it'll probably still grab it and go. It should be okay. I mean, it's glossy, but I think it'll still stick to something, but you could be right. I could not know. But these are all practice ones. I can always make more. Oh, that's not going to go now. Okay, just pump it. All right, so let's put this in here again. All right. So I think the idea is to put it in while it's still warm, and then you can add more. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to go back and watch Andrea's video. And oh, it keeps turning. All right, I'm blowing away my 7. So it just keeps turning. All right. And it didn't even go on the bottom, so we're going to let that cool for a second, and then we'll try the other side. Let's get this off here. Get this stuff off my tweezers. Aw, thanks, Joanne. I like Versamark better than Stem. Does Versamark have a dauber, Joanne? Yeah, I'm not saying, I'm not going to give this a big thumbs up right now, because it's just I mean, this stuff is supposed to be a little thicker, so it should sit on top of the paper. It should, to me, it shouldn't soak in, and even if it soaks in, it should be picking up the embossing powder. It's also hard on the teeny, yeah, exactly, this teeny tiny stuff. I'm telling you. All right, we're going to try the other side and see if we can have a little better better on the other side, because this was really, wow, that's like really got a lot of stuff on it. All right. So let's try the back side. Let's see if I can hold this time. So I'm going to go all the way into the corner just to make sure it doesn't flip on me. And go this way. Well, let's close this up. Move it out of the way. I have to go. You're a little... Aw, thanks, Grace. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not going to be on much longer. I'm trying to keep them a little shorter. I just wanted to come on and show you guys what I was up to and what I'm working on. I will continue to play with these. Oh, see it, did it again. I will continue to play with these tonight, though. Now I got to get some in that little spot there, because that will bother me. I just keep managing to flip it. There we go. I'm not squeezing it hard. I don't know why it keeps flipping. Oh, that's hot. There we go. That's better. That one's a little smoother, but again, it is teeny tiny, but it still looks cool. I like the tones that are in them. In these, I like the tone colors in them. The back looks terrible. Maybe that's the side we're supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna have to do that back side again too. But yeah, I think I just think they look pretty cool. That pad did work better, so I don't know what's up with this dauber. I might actually just open it and use a brush and see how those work out. But I do love the idea with the tags. This one, I just think it looks old and grungy. It looks like an old, like, key thing, something you would attach to a key or something, but I think it looks cool, and I like that you can see, now you can see through it. I like that you can see through it. All right, have a good night, Lorna. Yeah, I'm going in a minute too. I've probably been on 7:38. Yep, an hour and a half. That's plenty long enough. But I did want to just come on and kind of give you guys a couple ideas and show you what I'm working on. I do really like this 5. You can't really see it, but you know, I can see it. but I do like that oatmeal color too. And I like that it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll probably punch another hole in this one and add some charms and stuff to it as well. But these, of course, are going to go on some tags, and I am going to poke a little hole in these little numbers and put a ring on them, and then they can hang. Maybe I'll hang a couple of numbers in a row just to see how it looks, but they'll be okay when I'm done. Like I said, I'm going to do some with the wood glue and my distress ink as well, and I'm probably going to take some and use triple thick too. Do them a color and then just put some triple thick on them. But I do like the way these turned out. I do like the way the tags turned out, so we're going to let these sit here because I do like those. But yeah, so just kind of some different ideas to use, for the number tags and stuff out there. And you can use all different kind of numbers. If you have a scan and cut, just print out some numbers and have it cut them out. And, you can size them the way you want and just kind of do what you want with them. But I think these look really cool. And I think it's going to, with this bulb pin, I think it's going to look really cool on a tag or something. And even these little numbers. So, yeah. So, yeah, guys, just kind of hanging and having some fun, and just wanted to show you what I was up to and give you some other ideas and get out your stuff and play with it. It's all trial and error. Like I said, these aren't perfect, but this one to me just looks really grungy and just beat up and old. And I kind of really like that. So thanks, Shell. Thank you, ladies. So thank you all for coming in with me. I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you're all getting lots of crafting done and enjoying your summer. And I will be back. I'm going to do some filming of some tags, and like I said, I'll be working again, but my hours will be 6 to 11. So I'll be home most of the day, and it'll be nice to get out again. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and don't forget to get out there and create something. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.